Yeah, can you please share your screen? Like open your GoToMeeting browser. There will be a icon to share your screen like a TV.
Okay. I haven't done like I tried, but
Mm, so there is an icon like that. I pinged in the group. So it will ask you to download some small plugin. You have to do it.
uh,
Cool. I'm able to see. Uh, I'm able to see your screen. Don't do anything.
uh,
Yeah. Okay. So how many questions could you attempt?
just one, but like I tried to do, but I couldn't like I didn't get that much time. So,
You couldn't do?
I- yeah,
Okay. So what is the question that you have tried?
the
Excuse me.
number one.
Okay. And number one as in print the highest number in 10 numbers A, B, C, D, E, F.
Yeah,
Right? So that means you have some 10 numbers given already, A, B, C, D, E, F, so on. So first you have to get all the numbers, right?
yeah.
So when you get all the numbers, after getting all the numbers, you will compare the first two numbers and you will pick the one which is whichever is the highest. Okay, and then you would like get the third number, compare it with the highest number, keep the highest among those two, and then get the next number, and then compare, and then keep the highest number, and so on.
Oh, okay.
And so that's how it will be. Mm. So can you try now?
Mm,
So the first step itself is print the highest number. Is it possible?
Yeah.
So how do you go about it?
So print the highest number and print the.
Sorry?
So you said first one print the highest number, right?
Yeah, so is that possible? The first step itself you'll print the highest number without any calculation and comparison?
No,
Yeah, so what would be the first step in that case?
print one. Print the highest number greater than. mm,
Mm-hmm.
So the first one will be print the highest number greater than one.
Uh, I think you didn't get it. So I may do it. You see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if net. So my question is highest of 10 numbers. So first I have to get all the 10 numbers,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Mm, then, oh, just a second. This guy is crazy. So first I'll get all the numbers, whether it is from someone who is going to give you the question, like that would be your client or customer or user or end user. Okay, whoever is going to give you the problem statement is the customer. So, Diksha, are you able to hear me now? Because these guys are able to hear me.
Yeah, Anusha, it's better now.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so we will get these numbers from the end user. After we get these numbers, first we will pick the two numbers. After picking the two numbers, we compare them. Okay, when
Yeah.
comparing, if A is greater than B, I will keep my A because I want highest number. I'll keep A. If A is not greater than B, that means either they are equal or A is less than B. So it makes B greater. So if they are equal, anything is the same. So you don't have to verify it again. So we'll take B, we'll store it somewhere. And now, so do we have next number? If it is yes, we'll get the next number. In this case, it will be C. So, is that number greater than next number, the previous one? If it is greater than previous one, we'll keep that number as it is and go to the next
Next.
number. If not, then we'll replace it with the next number. Okay, after replacing it with the next number, then we'll go to compare with the next number again. So after comparing three numbers, I have the highest of the three numbers now. Okay, by the end of the first loop here, okay, let me make it a bit. So after I have the next number, I'll be comparing the fourth number with one of the highest out of the three numbers, first three numbers, right?
Yeah.
So, make sense?
Yeah.
Can you can you write the logic now?
Yeah. I think.
Yeah, I'll make it the present again. Yeah, so share your screen and start attempting. So, Umer, how many did you attempt? Umer, are you with me? Okay, so Diksha, how many could you solve?
Yeah, I finished for Anusha. I was trying to do the highest number, but I just got the logic. I mean, I was trying to just think like if you had to compare like the each number, but I just got the next logic which she was told, which I just explained, Vikram.
Uh-huh.
I think,
Okay.
or I can share my screen probably, but how do I do it?
Okay. One second.
You can share my
I'll
screen
make you
while.
the presenter.
Oh, okay.
Once I make you the presenter, you will see that icon what I've put in the WhatsApp group.
Okay.
So just click on that icon and then you would be able to, yeah, got it.
Okay.
Cool.
Yes. Okay. You're able to see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. So this is for the average of the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I tried the highest number. I couldn't succeed. So yeah,
Okay.
the average is
Okay.
you start, you read the numbers, including the sum and average variables. So we just calculate sum and then the average is sum by 6 because you're taking 6 numbers. So then we're printing average and then yeah, that's the end.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
So
Thank
what if you don't know that there are six numbers? The number of numbers is dynamic. So would the code remain, would the logic remain the same, or would it add one or two more steps?
I think it's gonna add one or two more steps like reading the numbers. I mean taking the count into picture and dividing it using the count.
Yes, perfect. Makes sense. Yeah, let's go with the next one.
Yeah, odd numbers. Okay. So start. I'm like taking four variables initially. So taking two numbers a equal to a, b equal to b, and then b greater than a first. So that's a condition. I mean that's like an assumption that b is greater than a that I took. So you enter
Uh-huh.
a value for n. So and I'm comparing here because it's like the odd numbers between two numbers, right? So one is a
Yes.
lower limit number and the other is upper limit. So yeah. So
Yes.
I'm considering n should be greater than a. If it is not, then it's gonna stop because the number is outside the limit. Yeah. So the entered value should be greater than a. If it
Mm-hmm.
is yes, then it also checks with the condition that n is less than b. So
Uh-huh.
between the boundaries, okay. If
Yeah.
yes, then it's gonna, I mean, it's gonna take the remainder. If it is zero, then it's gonna be an even number. And percentage two has to be even, yeah. Remainder equal to zero, then yeah, print n, or else it's n is equal to n plus one, and then the same thing repeats.
Okay.
Same thing
So
repeats.
basically understanding the problem statement is also a critical point when we
Mhm.
start working. So here,
Mhm.
for what you have understood, you developed it correct. Okay.
Okay.
But the problem statement was something like this. I have two numbers, A and B, and I'm going to print
Mhm.
all the odd numbers between A and B.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here,
So
like, yeah, it's gonna.
instead
Okay.
of instead of enter a value for n, I'd rather
Mhm.
start with A or B, whichever is lowest. I'll start with
Mhm.
it and keep checking.
Mhm.
I'll not take another variable n.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm starting right away with A, assuming A greater than B. Sorry,
Mhm.
assuming B greater than A. So
Mhm.
I would directly start with A. So A plus 1, A plus 2, A plus 3, and so on until it is less than
Mm.
B.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Yeah.
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 All right. The next one.
So prime number. So read two numbers. So the first prime number is 2. And so considering if A is greater than B, then we just take the percentage of A percentage B. Yeah. If yes, print. Okay. We'll put the conditions down here.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. The value of B is 2. That's what I considered. So taking a number, random number, you
Okay.
just take the remainder. If it is 0, then, oh, that is right what I did. Sorry. Yeah.
No problem.
If it
Yeah.
is, yeah,
So
yeah, sorry.
it's okay. No hurry. No hurry. Stay cool. Yeah. So for example, my
Mm-hmm.
number is 9.
Okay.
Okay. Whatever the A variable is going to
Mm-hmm.
take as is going to be 9. Okay.
Mm. Okay.
So 9, will it be printed as prime number or not a prime number as per your logic?
According to the flow that I have, uh, equal to 0. If it is not equal to 0, then yeah, it's a, oh, then it'll print it as a prime number, but 9 is not a prime number. Yeah,
Yes.
right.
So
Yeah. Okay, I think I need to include another one, yeah, which says b equal to 2 here. Okay, yeah, one number should be there. Yeah,
yeah.
2 and the number itself, it should divide. Yeah, so I should add another step.
And so another step is like the number should not be
Mm.
divisible by
Other number. Mm.
any number which is between 1
Mm.
and itself.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
will have a loop like A
Mm-hmm.
minus 1, A minus 2, A minus 3, A minus 4. You have to divide with
Mm-hmm.
all the numbers till A
Okay.
minus X is equal to 1.
Oh, okay, so do I have to use that increment logic, which is I plus plus?
Yes.
And okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
Kind of
okay,
kind of you
noted.
will be using decrement logic here. I minus
Mm-hmm.
minus. I minus minus
Yeah.
kind of thing,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
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 So the next one.
Yeah. Leap year, it's like the remainder. Yeah. If it is divided by 4, then it's a leap year.
That's all. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the next one.
Descending, I couldn't. I thought if it is like just the two numbers, then yeah, I guess two to three numbers is what I could do, but not for like I think you asked for
Yeah.
certain number.
I have
Yeah.
like a set of 10 numbers. Then I'd wanna
Mm-hmm.
print
Yeah.
all of them in the descending order.
Descending order, yeah. So yeah, I thought I could do it for two or three, but not for 10
Okay.
numbers.
Okay.
Because it's going to be like the random numbers. It's not the numbers that are in a series or something. So
Yes,
yeah,
yes, yes.
maybe for the series, I thought we should use the increment logic or the decrement logic like you told.
Yeah,
But random
so
numbers,
this is actually
yeah.
dependent on the first program where you get the highest number.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
Okay, so you have like A, B, C, D, E. Then you get the
Uh-huh.
highest number out of A, B, C, D, E. Then you eliminate,
Okay.
for example, if C is the highest number, then you eliminate
Uh-huh.
C from the next iteration, and
Mm-hmm.
again you call the first program
Mm-hmm.
and check which is the highest number, eliminate that, and
Okay.
in the remaining items again you check highest, then you eliminate that.
Okay.
It's kind of like that.
Okay. Got it. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay,
it's
Anusha.
the descending order thing is dependent on the first one.
Highest number. Yeah. Got it. Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, we're done. So you got this first program, right? You got an understanding of the first
Yeah,
program.
yeah, yeah. I understood the first one. Yep.
Okay, cool. So I'm moving on to Vikram.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Vikram, please share your screen.
Okay.
No, I still don't get your screen. I made you the presenter. You can start sharing. That's okay. I'll help
How
you when you're trying to solve it. Yeah,
yeah, like
now I got it.
I don't know like how to use this video flow chart. It's like
Click on it. Click, click. Yes. Now pick the blue point. Drag it. Just delete the other one. Now select the above one. Drag the green point to the next green point.
uh,
Control Z. Control Z works if you wanna undo something. Yeah, check the green point. Pull it to the green point on this thing.
so it doesn't go like
Yeah, keep dragging. Drag. Yes,
okay.
perfect. Okay. I hope you understood the flow, not just not just by heart.
Yeah.
No, first drop a box, whichever box you want, then put the arrow. That would make it easy. And you can click F2 if you want to edit the box. Mm-hmm. So get habituated to the F2 key, because when writing test cases in Excel sheet, you would want to edit each and every line and write the test cases. So you have to press F2 key in Excel sheet also to edit
Okay.
each line. Drag till green. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's not, I don't know how to make a link between these two.
Mm-hmm. 6. Okay. So if you're putting A as X, the left rectangular box, if you're putting A as X, yes. After that, how is it going to X equal to C? You're putting just now A as X.
If
After putting A as X, then you are supposed to be comparing it with the next number. But even without comparing,
yeah. So keep A as X.
after putting A as X, you should be going to the next number. But why are you going to X greater than C?
Or like, oh yeah, like it's okay.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay.
I tried to make line from here, but I don't know.
No, that's fine. So get the next number. After getting the next number, um, why is it X equal to C directly without comparing in the diamond? And of course, the diamond is supposed to be for decision making. Here you're not making any decision. So that means you are supposed to make some decision, but you did just X equal to C. Down the last. diamond x equal to c. So is that correct?
So
Or
you
is
want to compare with
no. You have to write like x greater than c.
uh,
F2. Mm. X greater than c. Then this one, the right stem would be yes. And if it is no, it has to go back to the step called next number exist. X greater than c. Yeah. So the right side is yes.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, you didn't drag it. Um, on the left top corner, you have this title, right? Untitled diagram.html. Below that, there is this 100%. You can make it 75 if you feel it is too big for you to work with. Left top corner. Yeah,
Okay.
let's make it 75 so that more stuff will fit in. Hey Vikram, you there? Hello, Vikram, you there?
Hello?
Yes, we got you. So, any disturbance with your internet connection?
No, like the browser, like I click on.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so keep going on. Yeah, man, go ahead.
Yeah, so
Mm-hmm. So, where is the no condition for x greater than c? Because it is a decision making block.
yeah, like
Um,
so do I need like no here or
share your screen again. We lost it.
okay. One node. So we're, we gotta repeat the process.
Yes. For x greater than c, yes condition is like x equal to c, and then you will go and check if next number exists, and you'll start working. Okay, what if it is no? What if x is not greater than c? Sorry, what if, yeah, x is not greater than c?
If it's not greater than C, then you know, you, so if it's X is not greater than C, then we need like greater number than C.
Okay, yes, we will just keep it as it is, and then we will go to the next number.
So for next number,
Hmm. So from x greater than c, just drag a line to next number exist. Just drag it up to the next number exist thing. Later on we can adjust its height and all. Yeah, the, yeah, that's all. So yeah, diagram seems to be perfect.
I don't know how to use this. Things. It's good.
That's all. That's it. I just sent you my screenshots. Maybe you can verify with them on your WhatsApp. On your WhatsApp. On your WhatsApp. You don't have?
Okay. No.
To your mobile. I sent it to your mobile.
Okay. I download.
Sorry?
I don't have WhatsApp, so I download.
Oh, but Naveen added you to the group. That's okay. I mail you. Mm, some. Yeah, I mailed you. Maybe another 1 minute. You'll get it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks good actually. That's most of it. Yeah, so let's go to the next problem. We'll try that, and then you try it by yourself. Okay,
Okay.
we'll do one together, then remaining you will do it.
Um,
Yeah, go to your inbox. I just mailed you the solution for the first one, and you can compare it later.
um,
Yeah. So the main motto is like you should be able to uh, split the problem solution into its discrete steps. Okay, once you see a statement, you should not get puzzled or confused. Okay, you should just split up your test case into multiple steps and then just work on it. That's all about it. So the next is like calculate average of 6 numbers. That's a bit very simple one. What do you need to calculate the average of 6 numbers?
like it's average, average of 16.
Add those and then divide them by 6. That's all. There's 2 steps. So first you get all the 6 numbers, then you add those numbers.
Divide.
Mm-hmm. Why is adding the number a decision? Isn't it a simple step? Do you what is the decision that you have to make over there?
Divide by 6.
Sorry?
Divide
Uh,
whether the number is average or not. Right?
no, you just add all the numbers. You get number A, B, C, D, E, F, and you add all the numbers together and then divide them by 6. That's all. There is nothing to make a decision over there, right?
Mm, So just first step and second add the number and
I,
third divide and then yes.
yes, that's all. You just divide and then get the final result. There's no decision, there is no complications. Very simple one. Okay.
Okay.
Add the numbers, divide by 6, get the result and stop.
Yeah.
Maybe you can remove that no line. It just doesn't serve any purpose there right now. Delete. There is a key called delete. Yes, that's all. It's okay, I understand. You got it, but you got what? After adding the numbers, it should divide by 6. But why is it going to the result?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Drag this, the divide by 6 output, drag it to the get the result thing. Done. That's all. Perfect. There ends the matter. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. So So you might just get confused why we are doing all this. Okay. Uh, this helps you to put your thinking into paper. You learnt all this thinking from your school, but you never actually put it into paper, right? You just learn it and go to the next class or next standard. That's all, but you don't put it on paper, right? So when I ask you to find the average of two numbers like 4 and 8, you would simply say 6, even without the second thought. But you forgot the basics. Where did you go? How did you calculate? What did you do? So in between, did you take any decisions when calculating? No, you didn't take. You just added the two numbers and then divided it by 2 because there are only two numbers. Okay, you have simply done it within your mind. You got so habituated that you're not able to put the discrete steps now. But for any programming language, you should be able to put each and every discrete step on paper or the screen. Okay, then only you'll be able to write a perfect code, and that will run, and your machine will understand it. Okay, so that is the reason we want to practice this, to practice the flow charts. Okay, so in this practice, like yesterday and today, we have been working on some numbers. Okay, and then some strings, I mean sentences, something related to the alphabet. Okay, and then we have worked with this division. So here when you are adding the numbers and you are dividing it by 6, it doesn't have to be perfect number. You might as well get decimal numbers. Okay, so you have some numbers like 1 plus 2 divided by 2, 3 by 2 is 1 and half, 1.5, which is not a perfect number, it's a decimal number. So we have to deal with decimal numbers. The decimal numbers, for example, we were working with the area of the circle, which is pi r square. So pi is 3.14 blah blah blah, right? So
Yeah.
that has lot of decimal points, not only 1, 2. So when doing the same thing in Java, it means that you should be able to store it and work with those variables. So if you are working with numbers, it is called as integers. Okay, then if you're working with decimals, it is called as float. Then if you're working with alphabets, individual alphabets, it is called character, char, char, char. If you're working with sentences, it is called as a string. Okay, so in Java, these are called data types. So it's your data, the numbers, the alphabets, whatever it is, that is your data. That is what you're going to work with. So that data has a definition. It is an integer, it is an alphabet, it is a symbol, like that. Okay, so for all those we have different data types in Java. Okay, so if we go to the data types, yeah, so we have a lot of data types that we use in our regular life. We are so accustomed to them that we forget to differentiate them actually. But a machine is not like that. You have to tell it everything in detail. So you have to specify what it is. Okay, so we have many data types like int, sorry, int, byte, double, char. Okay, so a bit, 1 or 0. The binary bit is the basis of everything when you're working with a machine. Okay, a computer. So if you combine 4 bits together, it becomes a byte. Okay, so you write 1011. Okay, then it becomes a byte. It has some value, something like 22 or maybe something else. Okay, then if you put 8 such bits together, it has the capacity to store an integer. It is an int. Okay, if you put 16 bits together, it is a double. Then char also takes 8 bits, but it is going to store alphabets, only single alphabets. It's not going to store any kind of words or sentences. It will store only one alphabet or one symbol or one space. It can also store numbers, but those numbers are considered to be part of alphabet. If you store number in character, for example, char a equal to quotations 1 quotations, then it will consider that 1 is a alphabet. It will store it as a character. It will not store it as integer. So all those integral operations which you do, like plus, minus and all, those will not work. If you're gonna store your integer into a character, those will not work. Okay, there's nothing wrong in storing into the integer into a character. Sometimes you might want to store it, but the mathematical operations will not work on it. Okay, so if we look at Java data types, so we have something called primitive data types. Primitive data types are nothing but the basis of everything that you're going to work in Java. So these things are the basis. Boolean, it stores 1 or 0, which is 8-bit. So byte is 8 bits. I'm sorry, I said 4 bits. It's 8 bits. Okay, so int is 32 bits, as in 4 bytes. Okay, so float will store decimal values, and double will also store decimal values, but it can store very long decimal values because it has 64 bits. It can store really long decimal values. Okay, char is going to store the alphabets or maybe numbers or one key like space. This symbol is an indication of new line. We have an enter or return key in our computer. So that is depicted in Java by /n. So this indicates the backslash. The symbols are supposed to be confused with for example, if I want to store this symbol into my character. Okay, so if I put one, two, three quotations, it would assume the quotation got closed here and there is a syntax error here. It would not understand. So we put a backslash in front of it. So writing symbols like this is called escape characters. So those are called escape sequences. So these are the escape sequences. So we have this tab key in our keyboard. So for that, this is the notation for backspace, for new line, for return. For example, MacBook has return. Then form feed, it's kind of new line, and this is for single quotation. This is for double quotes, and this is for backslash. So these are the symbols which cannot be used directly. They have to be written in the form of escape sequences only. Okay, so each character can store only one number or alphabet or escape sequence or symbol like dollar, ampersand, hash, at the rate, exclamation mark. It can store anything but only one. Okay, then integer. Integer will store 32-bit, and so it will store a lot of them, 2 power 31 and 2 power 32. So it will store negative as well as positive integers. Then long. Long also stores integers, but it stores even longer. If this can store 2 power 32 uh, up to 2 power 32, this can store up to 2 power 64. Okay, so this can store, for example, this can store in millions, this can store in billions and trillions. Okay, then we have this float which stores decimals, and similarly this stores greater number of decimals, I mean with more number of digits. Okay, so these are the primitive data types that we have. So based on these primitive data types, we have many advanced data types in Java. So the advanced data types are array, ARRAY. So array means a collection of any of these data types. It can't be combination of these data types, but an array can store any number of boolean values, or it can store any number of int values. For example, you have 10 classmates, so you want to store all their ages. So one is 24, one is 25, one is 29, one is 30, one is 17. You want to store all their ages. So if you want to store all their ages, you put them into a collective form called array. So for writing array, we write them in square brackets like this. So whatever the data type you are going to store, you have to mention that, and then give your name. For example, A, B, C, D, we have been giving the names to our variables. So even for array, to refer to anything, to refer to any storage, you need to give it a name. So you will name your variable as mylist, for example. Okay, so something like this: double array mylist equal to new double, and how many are there? You have 10 classmates, you want to store 10 of their age, so you will put 10 numbers here. Okay, so this is the syntax to declare an array. If you want to declare a basic integer or something, forget about this final, just ignore this. So if you want integer, int I equal to 10, number 10. Okay, you would simply write int I equal to 10. That's all. And the semicolon indicates the end of the statement. Okay, so there are situations when your statement goes really long that you want to split your statement into next line. Okay, in that case you would get confused, whether the computer would get confused whether it is a new line or continuation of the previous line. So we usually end the line with the semicolon to indicate that the statement has been completed. So every line in your Java code is called as statement. Okay, so each statement, the completion of each statement is marked by the semicolon. Then if you want to write float a equal to 1 point, this is my float value. Okay, so if I want to write char c equal to single quotations y. Okay, if you write like this is not correct. You have to write it in single quotes only if it is char. Okay, then you have string b equal to my name is something like this. So the double quotes is used for string. The string is not a primitive data type, it is an advanced data type. It is basically a collection of characters. Okay, but it can store any amount of characters. So it will take like double quotes. And if you want to declare an array of integers, int array1 equal to new int of 10. This is what you're declaring. This you would use in case you don't have your data ready. Okay, if you have your data ready, I would simply say 21, 23. That's all. You would directly mention the data here. So the length of this one would be 7 because it has 7 elements in it. Each of the item present inside the array is called as element. Okay, so this is one element, this is one element, and this is one element. So we have 7 elements in this array and we have 10 elements in this array. Now that you have declared 10 elements in this array, so how do you call, if you want the age of the third person, how do you call it? So array 1 of position -1. Okay, so age of third person is equal to array 1 of 2. So the indexing, the reference starts from 0. So this is 0th element, this is one element, this is element 2, this is element 3, and so on. So the reference starts from 0. Okay, that reference is called index. Index of the element is equal to position -1. If this is the first element, then its index would be 0. And with the help of index, you would call the elements of the array. That's how you refer to each of the elements. Okay, in this case, we have declared that array 1 will have 10 elements. Okay, but then here I'll not declare again. I will use this array and give only 7 elements. This will throw an error because you mentioned it as 10. You have to give 10 elements. If you do not give 10 elements, it will throw an error. Okay, so this is one of the advanced data types like array. The other advanced data type is string. Then you have many other advanced data types like hash map, collections, lists. Okay, these are all are enumeration in full form. So these are all collection of different data types. You can keep different data types together. In array, you will keep only same data types together, but here you will keep different data types together, and these we will see in the end of the course. Okay, we may not work with these so frequently. We would be working with arrays, strings, integers, and so on. Okay. So for Java, so how does your machine understand Java? Java has some compiler within it. It will convert your code, whatever you're writing in Java, with the help of small words of English, like if, where, else, static, void, main, string, print, system. So with the help of English, you're actually writing Java. And when you're writing Java, the compiler will take the code and convert it into machine language, which is in bits and zeros and ones. Okay. So once it converts, then the machine will be able to run it. So the way every operating system works is different. So if I give a command to Windows saying open my browser, okay, the command which is given to Windows is different. The command which is given to Linux machine is different, and the command which is given to a MacBook is different. Okay, so each command varies from operating system to operating system. So how would Java work on multiple operating systems even if you are writing the same thing? Okay, so because Java has a built-in compiler, okay, which is called JVM, Java Virtual Machine. So you install the Java virtual machine based on your configuration, whether you have Windows or Mac or Linux. Based on your configuration, you will download that specific version of Java and install. So once you install that version of Java, the code which you write becomes platform independent. Virtually it becomes platform independent. Okay, because the Java itself is taking care of converting it into the given machine language. Okay, so that's why it is called as platform independent. Then Java is object oriented. That means everything works around objects. So you assume everything is a virtual object. Maybe you assume it as a person, a virtual person. So everything, whatever you want to do, it's an object. You cannot directly do anything without creating classes and objects in Java. So it is an absolute object-oriented program. Then it is platform independent. Maybe it is simple for someone who had got into it deeply, but you might feel it difficult. But once you get into it, it is actually easy. So it would be easy to a master. It would be easy to master. So it's easy to learn. Okay. Secure, portable. Portable means you can work on any machine. That's what we have discussed, right? And then multi-threaded means you can run multiple Java programs at the same time. Okay, so you can perform many tasks simultaneously. That is the main motto of multi-threading. Okay, then you have many other advantages and history, blah blah blah. Okay, then how to start off with Java? Okay, so first you go to this download Java. go to the Oracle website, don't go to any other website. So Java, download, accept, and depending on your machine configuration, Mac or Windows, Solaris, Linux. Okay, mine is Windows 64, so I'd be downloading this and installing. Okay, the latest one is 8U131. So 8 indicates the Java version is 8 and the subversion is 131. So whatever you download here, you are going to download Java 8 basically. So you will download this. After downloading, so here, Arey Bap. So here you are downloading Java development kit. It is nothing but JDK. Okay, when someone says JDK, it means the Java main part. Then after downloading this and installing, you have to download something called JRE, okay, which is runtime environment. So as I have told you, it has a virtual machine which during runtime is called, runtime means when you run the program. Okay, when you run the program, that is called, and it compiles. It compiles and then runs. Okay, so runtime environment is required for it to compile properly. So you would be downloading as per your requirement and installing this as well. Okay, so if you have Windows 32-bit, go for Windows x86. If you have Windows 64-bit, go for Windows x64. Okay, after installing program files, Java, so JRE and JDK, this is where it will comments it. See program files Java. So if you are installing a 32-bit version, it will come into program files x86. Here a Java folder will be created and it will be installed like this. Okay, I have installed both the versions. So you see both of them on my machine. It doesn't make any problem. After installing both of these, JDK and JRE, now uh, computer, then type something called environment variables, edit the system environment variables, go to environment variables, then here we have something called uh, Java home. Java home, you have to set it up. Then go to this JDK, copy this path and provide the path here and say OK. Then add another one called path. Okay, and then now you go to JRE, go to bin, take the path, take this path, copy and put it here, say OK. Okay, this is the configuration you have to do for your Java to work. That would be explained here. Then after doing that, download Eclipse. Eclipse IDE for Java EE. EE means Enterprise Edition. So we are going to learn core Java. We are not going to learn Enterprise Java. Okay. The core Java is enough for us. Enterprise Java will consist of struts and many other stuff which we are not going to use with regards to Selenium. We are going to use only core Java, so we will be using only core Java. So for when you download, mine is Windows 64, so I'll be going here. Now I'll download it. I'll get a zip file. This is nothing to be installed. All you have to do is downloads. I don't know where I kept it. Oh man, documents. No. Okay, the download takes somewhere around 20 minutes to 30 minutes. So I'm not downloading it right now. You will get a zip file. All you have to do is extract. You don't have to install anything. You just have to extract it. Okay. So once you extract it, you will see something called Eclipse with something like earth, purple color symbol. You just open it. Then you will get some editor. That is where you can write your Java code. So there are hundreds of editors. So Notepad, okay, the simple Notepad which comes with your Windows, any text editor in fact, okay, or NetBeans or Eclipse. So there are many other like IntelliJ. So there are so many like that which you can use to write your code. But the one preferred is Eclipse in case of Selenium. Okay. So please do all these steps. Install JDK, JRE, Eclipse on your machines before the next class. Okay. Then, so as I have said, everything is written in terms of classes and objects. And our work is completely split into methods. We don't write directly anything. So the very first program, this is how we have to write. We have to mention a class. We have to mention a method called public static void main. Okay. So this is the point where your Java compiler will pick up and start executing. It will look out for this public static void main. Once it gets this public static void main, it will start executing from the very first statement inside it. Okay. So here I'm saying system out println. This is the command used to print something into your output. Wherever you see the output, it is called as console in Eclipse. Okay. So in that console, if you want to see the output, you call it as system out println. So if you write hello world here, it will print hello world. If you write my name is blah blah blah, it will print my name is blah blah blah. So whatever you give here, it will print that. But the execution begins from here. And without a class statement, your Java throws an error saying that it's not correct. Okay, so this is how a program will look like, and this is a console. So if I execute this, it would simply print hello world here, like how it printed now, hello world, plain English. Doesn't have any decorations or anything like a browser. Okay, and in your project, in your Eclipse, you create multiple files to store this program. For example, I'll just take my notepad. Okay, and then do this. Okay, so this is my program, right? So I will save this by the same name of the class. The file name should be same as the name of the class. Save. So now my what is the name? My first program. So my, okay. So this is what I have saved, my first program dot java. Okay, the class name and the file name should be the same. If the class name and the file name are not the same, it will throw an error. Okay, so that is one rule in the basic syntax. So open notepad and add the call, and you have to save it with the same name as the class. Now what if you want to run this program? If you want to run a program that you have saved in the notepad, first you have to compile it. So I would open a command prompt. Okay, I'm opening a command prompt. Now cd space users Anusha documents, okay, java c, my first. So I was just typing my and hitting on the tab key on the keyboard, so it would go one by one through the files whichever starts with my. Okay, so the command is java c my first. Okay, so java c is not recognized because I did not add my java path correctly. If I had not added my java path correctly, this error will be thrown. But these are the basic steps. If you want to compile, you do java c, then after this, only after doing this, you will call like this, java my first program. You do not mention .java here. All you mention is my first program, only the name. You don't mention the .java. Okay, so like this, see, java c my first program dot java, then you will do java my first program. You will see the output right under it. Okay, so here my first java program is in camel case, means every first alphabet of a word are capitalized. My m is capital, f first capital, java j capital, program p capital, so it's camel case. Okay, in this, when saving, I put F as small letter. Still it throws an error because Java is absolutely case sensitive. Okay, so I have two variables, int capital A and int small a. So both are different variables. They cannot be the same variable. Okay. Then for class names, the first letter should be uppercase. So my first, if I write like this, it is not correct. Even though if I put the file name also small letter, file name and class name are the same, but still it's not correct. First alphabet should be capital letter. And more similarly, method names should have small letters, or the first letter should be capital case afterwards. So if it is a method, first letter will be small, next onwards it will be camel case. For class name, first onwards it will be camel case. Okay, so the file name should exactly match the class name, and you should append a .java to it for it to work as .java. Okay. Then every program starts execution from public void main. Okay, so it is mandatory to have public static void main in every program. Without that, your program will not run. Okay, so we will go through the objects and classes later. We'll see the basic data types that we discussed just now. So byte, short, int, long, float, double, boolean, char. So these are all basic primitive data types. Okay, and each of its characteristics are defined here. Okay, then we had these advanced data types. Okay, so an object is one of the advanced data types. Okay, it is called as a reference data type, but an object is also a data type. So you define a class, and for that class you define an object. Okay, so for every class we define an object basically. In that scenario, it would be a reference data type. And in Java, there are no junk values that are stored like C, C++. Everything is null when you initiate. For example, here we initiated new int 10. Okay, so all of these values, for example, I didn't do this, then this array of 2 will be null. It won't be 0. Okay, it won't be junk. It would be absolutely null. Okay. Then like this int decimal, we have been looking into these. Okay, and these special escape sequences also we have seen. Okay, so please complete your assignment as writing logic for the given problem statements. You guys are pretty fast, quick learning actually, very much better than any other batches that I've seen. Well, so coming to that, so complete your assignment. We'll catch up on Monday again. Today is Saturday, right? Yeah. So we'll catch up on Monday again, and please go through these. I have sent you this link already, most probably. But still, I'll send this to you again. Yes. Okay. So I just mailed it to you guys. Where on earth is this? Yes. So go through till basic data types. Skip the subjects and classes part, but please go through this and install Eclipse and JDK and JRE in your machines. Even I'll do that by tomorrow. So the assignment which we had yesterday, right? The 6 questions, please complete them. I know a few of you have done few questions already, but complete all the 6 questions to perfection. Okay. Well, ping me in case if you have any doubts. Ping me or email me or call me, anything. Okay. Then we can discuss if you need offline. Right. Okay. So any doubts still here today, or else we'll drop here.
No, it's
Okay. So anyone else? I hear only Vikram speaking most of the time.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. So we'll connect Monday again at same time. See you guys.
all right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Happy weekend. Bye.